podcast to honor the gods.
This better come with a sacrifice.
Dave X Media.
I looked where he was pointing, and my stomach did a somersault. On the second-floor balcony, across the courtyard, was a monster more horrible than anything I'd ever seen before. It was sort of like a centaur, with a woman's body from the waist up. But instead of a horse's lower body, it had the body of a dragon, at least 20 feet long, black and scaly, with enormous claws and a barbed tail. Her legs looked like they were tangled in vines. But then I realized they were sprouting snakes, hundreds of vipers, darting around, constantly looking for something to bite. The woman's hair was also made of snakes, like Medusa's. Worst of all, around her waist, where the woman part met the dragon part, her skin bubbled and morphed, occasionally producing the heads of animals. A vicious wolf, a bear, a lion, as if she were wearing a belt of ever-changing creatures. I got the feeling I was looking at something half-formed. A monster so old, it was from the beginning of time, before shapes had been fully defined. Welcome to Of the Eldest Gods, where we discuss Rick Riordan's role as our godly parent.
I'm Ray from Cabin 12.
And I'm Charlie from Cabin 13.
And I'm Robert from Cabin 9.
I was waiting for you to say the thing, Robert.
You're waiting for me to be like, it's me, your boy, the fucking meme page. Let's go.
Woo!
That's going to be so spiked. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be so spiked. Have fun editing that. Spiked audio is my mortal enemy as a podcaster.
Yeah.
I can deal with background noises. I can deal with people being too quiet. I can deal with out-of-sync audio.
But what the fuck are you supposed to do about spikes?
Nothing. You just sort of, like, cry about it. Because even if you lower the volume, it still sounds horrible.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Literally.
You know what? You're gonna sound horrible, Robert.
I always sound
on the
horrible.
internet.
I always sound horrible. I'm the worst.
This is true. You are the worst.
Robert
and we love you
is
for
a
it.
goddamn delight, and also has brought us some incredible frat boy energy to start off our podcast with.
Oh my god.
It's me.
Do frat boys like
Hi.
Detective Pikachu?
I feel like frat boy. I feel like if you went to a what's the name of like the house for frat boys? It's a fraternity.
Yes.
A fraternity.
I
did not have that kind of college experience. I went to community college, and I'm still going to community college. But if you went to a frat house, I'm pretty sure if you shouted out who likes Pokemon, you would get roughly a 60-70% of the people in the room drunkenly screaming, "Fuck yeah, Pokemon!"
Yeah, that
seems right to me.
That's good. There we go. Pokemon. Fuck yeah.
I'll have to ask my little sister. She goes to frat parties. I don't understand how she lives this life, but I'm proud of her.
I don't understand how anyone does, but I am a recluse. I am a hermit.
Big mood!
Ayy.
I don't know what that's like. I'm out here hanging out with people, going on dates. Fuck y'all. I'm cool. I'm too cool for school.
Well, guess what, Robert? You're gonna be taking me out for a whole fucking week!
I'm down with that.
Yeah! This episode's gonna come out way after that, so that'll be fun.
Shout out to future Robert and Charlie, who spent a week in close proximity to each other and probably did not kill each other.
Probably.
Good for them.
That'd be interesting if this was like, in remembrance of Robert and Charlie.
Here's what my hope is for that week. My hope for that week is that at some point we stumble upon a burning building and I heroically jump into the burning building and sacrifice my life to get everyone out.
No, Robert, I hate you. You're not allowed.
I will be wearing my Spider-Man suit that I don't have underneath my clothes.
Underneath your Camp Half-Blood fucking shirt.
Exactly.
Because Because your two personality traits are Percy Jackson and Peter Parker, and they're self-sacrificing. Like, you...
Just let me die in a burning building after I save everyone, please!
No, you just want to die in a burning building. That's it. You just want to die in a burning building.
Nah, I want to die in a burning building
Hephaestus.
after I've saved everyone. Oh yeah, Hephaestus. What if that's how I find out I'm fireproof?
There you go.
I'm just sitting there. I'll just be sitting there like the dog in the firehouse meme, just be like, everything's fine. This is okay.
And then you just, like, sit there, and then, like, it all crumbles to dust, and you're just like, huh, I didn't die.
Everyone's looking at me in the rubble, just, like, perfectly fine, and they're like, how? I'm like,
and also probably naked, because your clothes aren't.
Oh, yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
you
no,
thought you were gonna die, so you just admitted, like, something really embarrassing.
That too.
But no, what's it called? Apparently it's not good for my mental health to fantasize sacrificing myself, according to my therapist, so maybe I shouldn't.
I agree with that statement. It is bad. Robert, don't fucking do that.
Just let me stop one mugging.
No.
Let me
No.
I will beat the shit out of a purse snatcher, please
Robert,
and thank you.
You know what? I'm gonna make sure that you're the damsel in distress, and I have to save you. Just for that. But I won't die. Is the difference here.
I'll kill you. I'll do it.
Charlie will never die.
This episode is in remembrance of Charlie, who I fucking slaughtered. The end.
Wow.
R.I.P. Charlie, bonked to death.
No! No bonks. It's not allowed.
One bonk. I told you. I need to give you one bonk because you've been very dummy these past few months, and I need to reset your brain.
No, you're the dummy. You are the dummiest of dummies.
Well, you can also bonk my head then. We both need a reset.
Ray, I'm so sorry. This is just how we talk to each other.
Welcome to the Welcome to the podcast about Percy Jackson, in which we have spent the first 5 minutes not talking about Percy Jackson.
That's
how
it goes. Podcasting is.
We're gonna spend the first half hour not talking about Percy Jackson, so
okay, no, that's a little too far.
Y'all don't want to do that usual, really kind of cringe, but also kind of heartwarming thing podcasters do where they spend the first 10 minutes being like, so how are you? How was your week? Tell me about something you did this week.
I worked in the fucking baby room at work for 3 days, and I got sicker. Yeah.
How can this keep happening to you? Charlie now has an inhaler of steroids, which, an
inhaler of steroids. I have an inhaler and I have steroids. They are separate things, actually.
Oh! See,
yes.
I had a steroid inhaler when I had very bad, bronchitis and shit, so...
This is albuterol.
Oh, damn, hard drugs.
I have
hard stuff.
Bronchitis and pneumonia is what they told me. So
bronchitis.
Yeah, dude. It really do be like that.
I'm living. It's gonna be so fun. I hope I'm able to do karaoke in New York.
Oh no.
Let's talk about happy things like Percy Jackson.
Happy things you say as we're looking at the chapter we're covering today.
You know what? You chose this fucking chapter, so you have no one to blame but yourself.
I chose this chapter for there are 2 peak Percy Jackson moments, as in Percy Jackson the character, as in Percy Jackson the himbo character. There are 2 peak moments that I remember every time I really think about the series, and this chapter has one of them.
Good. I can't wait to talk about it. Ray, what was this chapter? I don't even think we talked about the name of it yet. So
we have not even brought it up. Well, they meet some cool guy, and Tyson leads a jailbreak.
Hey, just a cool guy. That's it.
Actually happens. We're 3 for 3. In the recent episodes.
Wow, Rick actually describing the what happens in the chapter for once.
So, Percy and co escape whatever monster is chasing them, and also they escape the labyrinth altogether and pop out in a cell block in Alcatraz, which is not much of an escape, but it is apparently not as hard to break out as you would think, since Tyson just rips the bars apart like limp spaghetti. Then they meet Braries, who is one of Tyson's heroes, and who is also unfortunately reliving his trauma and crying like a baby.
PTSD! Yay!
Then I assume that what Robert is talking about is Percy fucking cheating at rock, paper, scissors. Which
Didn't we all do this as children?
Deeply iconic of him. Yeah. I'm so ready to talk about that.
I feel like that was part of the rules when I was a child. that you could just use gun.
But it's so fucked up because it's not, like, what are you supposed to do about that? But yeah, also everyone's like, well, I guess you used gun, nothing I can do about that. Yeah. And then they all run for their lives from Campe, however
We
you
will
pronounce
figure
that.
out how to pronounce that in a few minutes, so...
Also, I just said, like, Braries, like, really confidently. I don't know if that's right either, so...
We will look this shit up, okay? We got it.
We will
Anyways.
pronounce it incorrectly.
They look at this big, like, snaky lady, and they're like, fuck no. And then they run back into the labyrinth, and are happy to get inside of it for the first and last time ever. And that's it.
I love that. Like, that's one of those good, like, end of, like, chapter things, like, and that was the last time, like, this would ever happen. But, like, it works this time. I feel like most of the time it's so, like, God, Rick, not again. But, like, this time I'm like, okay, I get it. That makes sense. This is the last time we're gonna be happy to be in the labyrinth.
The last time.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, what shall we talk about first? Let's talk about the you know what? I'm just gonna introduce it first before I try to say it. So in case you missed it,
Woo!
we all did it. I'm so happy. We're gonna talk about the 100-handed ones, aka the Hecatoncheires.
Nice.
Hecatoncheires? It's one of those. I don't know where the you know the word. I'm not linguistic.
You gotta get the emphasis on the right syllable.
Yes, that's exactly what I was correct. I want to say Hecatoncheires based on like the E and the I placement here, but I don't know. It's Greek. I'm sorry, Greece, once again. I think that's just going to be on our merch next time. It's just going to say, sorry, Greece. I didn't pronounce anything right. So they also have another name, which is Latin, which is so much easier. Centimanes?
That's very nice.
I'm sorry, wait to interrupt. So I went to the website I always go to when I don't know how to pronounce the word, How Jay Say.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear, indeed. And according to How Jay Say, it's pronounced Hecatoncheires.
I mean, that's fine, too. I feel like
Hecatoncheires.
I feel like my brain always said Hecatoncheires, but like, I'm trying to, look at all the letters here and be like,
I also just look at all these letters and they scramble around. I'm just calling him a heckin' 100 boy.
Yeah, I have never even tried. Like, I was really impressed that you were able to get it at all, like anything out of it.
I listen to mythology podcasts, so sometimes I get some names like remembered in my brain on how they're pronounced.
Yeah, and then you'll get one of those podcasts who are like, it's pronounced Chiron. And I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, no, I hate those people.
We got beef in the Greek mythology podcast.
But space. Is it Rick Riordan or Rick Riordan? Like, Rick doesn't even know.
Okay. So I go off of the one time that I saw an interview of him talking about how to pronounce his name, where literally a child asked, "Hey, how do you pronounce your name?" And he was like, Rick Riordan. It sort of rhymes with fireman. Sorta.
But there's also a clip of him saying Riordan.
I've never seen that clip, so therefore it does not exist.
That's not how it works. Hey, Charlie, explain more to us about the heckin' 100-handed boys.
Well, we got a few of them. We got Codus? Sure.
These nuts.
Briareus, who also has another name. Technically, I believe I talked about Braries before, because he's also conflated with another figure, Aegeon or Aegeus. Remember, one of the, old sea dudes that, Poseidon is dealing with before?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so I definitely talked about that when I was struggling for content for this section. And then the last guy is either Gyges or Gaies.
It just looks like you could pronounce his name as Gaze.
Sure, Gaze. The Gaze.
The Gaze. But where
Robert
are the they?
Gaymer.
Oh shit! You full name me. You dox me. The fans are gonna find out where I live, where I go to school, where I work.
What's up, Gaymer?
I'll never be safe again.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So yeah, we got 3 of these guys. Why? Okay.
Three's a magic number, like the end of Far From Home. 3 is the magic number.
So are their names like significant here? Because we do have a section on names. Braries probably meant strong. Is that all we got?
Probably.
But also the fact that like there's Homer's the one who's like, oh, actually, Braries is also like Aegeus. And his name like means shore or waves or something. Yeah, whatever.
That sounds made up.
And we have nothing for the other 2, I don't think. The Theogony once refers to the brothers collectively as the gods whom Zeus brought up from the dark. That's kind of sick.
That goes hard, I'm not gonna lie.
I like that so much. Yeah, so, they got 50 heads, and they got 100 arms.
That seems unnecessary.
Yeah. So, like, not like how it's described in the chapter where he just, like, his face changes like he's one of those Lego guys, and it just kind of, like, flips around.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I imagine happens in the chapter. Literally. They have 50 fucking heads.
Head game on point.
They're the children of...
God damn it.
Yo, he has 100 hands. How good do you think his hand jobs
No!
So fucking good. You kidding me?
Mm.
Those gotta be big hands. Those are Yowie hands.
Oh,
God damn it.
Listen,
it's just unnecessary. It's too much.
Too many slices!
These are like older than the gods, really. They're the offspring of Uranus and Gaia, the sky and the earth. So like they're the siblings of the Titans, and also the siblings of the original 3 Cyclopes, whichever the pronunciation of that is.
I've grown more attached to Cyclopes over the years, but when I first heard it, I'm like, no, it's Cyclopses. It has to be. And then I think about how a lot of times when you think of an animal, a good chunk of the time, it's not the name of the animal with an S. It's just like the plural. The plural of moose is moose.
Yeah, so it's just Cyclops and Cyclops.
You just have to put more emphasis on the S. Cyclops.
There you go. We did it. I just hate the English language, but also this isn't even English, so I hate it because we have to say it in English.
God.
Well, English was like, hey, Greek is cool. Let me borrow some stuff from Greek. And then they borrowed
and
stuff
also
from, like,
every other language.
Let's
and
make
like
this
Latin
weird,
and some French,
this like weird fucking melting pot
and German
of a language where it doesn't make sense.
It
at
does
all.
not. And if you are like not if this is not your first language, good fucking luck to you. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Truly.
Shout out to those kiddos who had to learn English. I feel for you, man.
The kiddos who had to learn English at all. I mean, yes. Oh my goodness. So yeah. Okay. So we're I'm trying to see. When were they imprisoned? So they're imprisoned by Uranus because he's just like, the Titans are cool, the cool ones, they're pretty. The Cyclops and the 100-handed ones, they're gross. I don't like what we just created. Let's not do that anymore.
Well, rude.
Yeah. Uranus was like a fucking asshole. I'm glad that Kronos castrated him. And like you know how it's the succession myth of like Greek mythology? They just keep getting worse. Honestly. We got Uranus, we got Kronos, we got Zeus. Who's next? Oh, fucking terrible. So yeah, Zeus releases them. So yeah, so Kronos just like leaves them in there, doesn't care about them at all. Love that.
All these guys are shit fucking parents. It's true.
I mean, one good thing Zeus ever did, he let out the 100-handed ones in the Cyclops, but also, he kind of put the Cyclops to work, like, making him a weapon. Like, they built the Master Bolts, so, I don't know.
I don't expect Zeus to ever do something out of the goodness of his heart.
What is the fuck is this saying? Okay. The lost epic poem, the Titanomachy. So... What? It says in this, the 100-handed ones fought on the side of the Titans and not the Olympians. What? They were not 100-handed giants, they were men, and they actually just lived in a city called Hecatoncheiria, 100-armed.
They lived in the heckin' city.
They did. They lived in the heckin' city. That's so fucking stupid. Like, why? I mean,
100
you know
Hand
what?
City.
You know what? Grace tells a lot of different stories and all these things. That one, just why? I don't know. I feel like that just kind of ruins the story of, like, these guys. They're kind of cool. So, Brewery's literally the most prominent of them. He's singled out as being good.
Oh, how nice.
What a good boy.
Oh my god, wait, is this who I think it is? Oh my god.
Cena.
You see who you see who his wife is gonna be? Robert, you'll remember this, but we can't spoil things.
I am well aware who his wife is.
I fucking didn't realize. So, might be important in a later book series eventually. But so Brewery's is rewarded by Poseidon and marries Poseidon's daughter, God damn it. Can I even say her name? Kim. Her name is Kim.
Kim Possible?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, you know what? She's got Kim and a P in there. So, like...
Might as well.
Kimapolea?
Kimapolea.
Mm-hmm. You know what? When I go to her page, it says that it's pronounced with, like, a S because it's a C. And this is why I hate Greek.
Simapolea?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, that's why we
that's
pronounce it Cersei, but also Kirke is technically correct too.
What the fuck? Okay, what?
Yeah, this is why I hate trying to, like, put Greek into English. I hate it, actually.
It's deeply painful.
It is so painful. I hate it all. Do we have anything else on here? Yeah. His second name, blah da 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 da.
It's a motherfucking D-O-double-G.
Oh, did he help chain up Zeus that one time? No, he did not.
Wasn't it fucking what's his face? Fucking dude who gets his liver pecked every day. Fucking what's his
Prometheus.
face? Prometheus. There we go. Yeah.
What about him?
Wasn't it Prometheus who helped like chain up Zeus that one time?
I don't recall that, but this is a revolt against Zeus by Poseidon, Athena, and Hera, which I do remember that one because Hera. We talked about her last time. She had many reasons to revolt against him. So, but I guess Brewery's did not do that to Zeus, which I get it. You know what? He saved you from your fucking prison, so I get it.
Yeah, valid.
Totally get it. God, he's just got so much underneath the Brewery stuff. Like, the other ones are not important. It's just all Breweries. Actually, I'm so
Breweries
glad.
and the boys.
I was waiting for like a second page or something to exist for Breweries, but no, it doesn't. We don't need it. Faithful, rewarded ally of Zeus, yada yada yada. I already talked about the Titanomachy. We're not doing that again. Oh, in that, I guess that's where he's Aegeus, and he also gets that. I mean, he can be associated with the sea because of his wife, his awesome wife, Kim.
Kimapolea.
Yes. Listen, I can just call her Kim, and it's fine.
Because you always can call Kim.
Apolea. Yeah, this just is talking a lot about his connections with Poseidon and shit.
Damn.
Buried under Edna?
Right under
Excuse?
what?
What? No, I'm confused. So
You're confuzzled.
Yeah.
Confounded.
He might be the cause of earthquakes. Again, connection to Poseidon here. What the fuck? First he has metal armor. And I mean that connects him to Hephaestus because Mount Etna is actually Hephaestus's forge.
Mm-hmm.
But you know who's supposed to be buried under Mount Etna? Fucking Typhon.
Really? It's gonna be really weird if the Greek myths moved to Western civilization.
I wonder where that would be. Let me think.
It'd be really weird to convert that mountain to a mountain here in the States, but I'm sure they wouldn't do that.
Yeah, there's like no places that have like erupted or anything ever.
I'm staying out of this one.
I'm not talking about the sources. Because this is just a lot of things, and I'm gonna move on.
There's
Wait!
So many sources. Holy shit.
He's in the Divine Comedy. I think that's the most important thing here.
Nice.
Definitely.
He's in... Okay, wait. Found in the Ninth Circle of Hell and in Purgatory.
Damn.
That doesn't make
can't
sense.
catch a fucking break.
But sure.
Bro really said... Bro can't catch a break, dude. What the fuck?
And it's specifically Breweries. because he's the only one that matters.
Yeah, really. Kind of a dick move, though, to just put him in hell for no reason.
I mean,
also,
was it for no reason, or maybe he deserves to be in hell?
I feel like, do y'all have opinions and thoughts about this image at the top though? Because like,
yeah, I wanted to comment on that. It's so weird, but like it's also very, hey, this is what ancient people would draw, I guess. But also, this is not an ancient people thing. It was drawn in the 19th century.
Yeah, that was drawn 1890.
They did not give this guy 100 hands. He has
they didn't.
like maybe 24.
They also didn't give him 50 heads. They gave him 1.
Charlie, you know how to do the arts. How
I'm
would
not
you put,
fucking drawing.
No, don't draw it. But how would you draw 100 arms and hands on a singular torso?
Very carefully.
Very carefully. Yes, you make it a very big fucking torso. I would assume
it would be
that man
anatomically
is scrawny.
correct if you gave that dude like several torsos stacked on top of each other again. He has to be long like a fucking snake.
Yeah, he's a snake man with
He's
legs.
A snake.
He's a snake with legs.
He's a snake.
And hands. Wait, I think that's not a snake though.
Damn, yo, he got hands. Hey, yo, let me test out those hands.
God.
Alright, moving swiftly on. Campy? Campy? Sure. I don't know.
It looks like compy with their pronunciation thing, but I don't know.
can't remember what the AE, how that is pronounced.
However you feel in your heart. Don't worry about that. I'm looking at the I at the end and I'm like, I think it's an E sound.
Maybe it's campy. I'm just making it worse.
Campy? I don't know. Sure, campy. She's really, really campy of a person, you know? Like, maximum camp.
Maximum effort.
Alright, female monster. Yes, she's a guard in Tartarus of the Cyclops and Hecatoncheires. Cool. Oh, okay, she was killed by Zeus. Cool.
She was killed, but she's fine.
She's fine. It's okay.
She walked it off. It just reminds me of that line in Age of Ultron where Captain America is giving a speech to the other Avengers, and he's like, if you get hurt, get up. If you die, walk it off.
Mood.
And I'm like, yeah, I mean, maybe repeat those instructions for Quicksilver, but otherwise I think we're all good.
No!
I've only seen that movie once. I did not remember that line. It's pretty good, funny.
Boy. I'm having feelings now.
You always have feelings.
So yeah, literally, Zeus led the prison break the first time, and he helped kill Campy with the 100-handed ones. Is that literally it? I feel like that is basically all there is of her. Do we have a description?
Short and sweet and simple. What else do you need? She bad monster.
I want to know where Rick got his description. Here.
Rick's OC.
Yeah, it's very specific.
Yeah. Oh. Dionysus came across her?
Yo, Dionysus is trying to fuck?
Okay, this is interesting. She was just randomly terrorizing a place. Interesting since Zeus, killed her already. Probably before Dionysus was born.
Don't worry about it.
There is no timeline. I know. It's correct.
Charlie,
you know what? The gods can time travel.
Charlie, we already have one person who's going crazy trying to piece together lore, and that's Owen. If you also follow that path, you will also go crazy.
Listen. I made it my mission for a little bit to try to put Heracles, Jason, and Theseus, in, some kind of, order. So, all of their stuff kind of lined up in a way that made sense. And I
Fool's
did it.
errand.
I fucking did it. I just, took the sources that I liked. Because
Nice.
that's how you do that.
Charlie,
Yeah.
I think you're describing what is wrong with, media today, where you just select the information you like to prove your point.
I mean, okay, but media today doesn't always have, sources like that, defer. They usually have a singular canon, if you know what I mean.
Well, depends on what you're talking about. Very much depends. You ever looked at comics? Any comics? Because I think that they are dealing with just as much of a nightmare as
Hey,
mythology
they
scholars.
make their stuff into multiverses, so that way it's fine, actually.
And then they fuck up their multiverses. I've been listening to some podcasts.
So are you saying that, like, mythology is the original comic books, actually?
Yeah,
Yes.
they are.
Or that comic books are modern mythology.
Shout out to how the Spider-Man comics are currently going right now. Whew.
I remember that thing you sent in the vent chat. Boy.
Hoi. Whew.
I don't agree with that.
Nah.
Oh no, I don't even want to know.
That's not like super terrible. Spoilers for a comic that will have been out months ago at this point, maybe or weeks, I don't know. But and also spoilers to you, right? It's basically Spider-Man talking to Black Cat, and he's being like, yeah, I love MJ, but not like that. More like a sister. And she's like, a sister? Well, like a really good friend. Like, the love that I had for her, it used to be romantic, and now it's the other way around. And I'm like, when will they let Peter Parker and Mary Jane Watson be happily together in a fucking Marvel comic? Please and thank you.
See, like, as much as I also like Peter and Gwen as a ship, I also still support Peter and MJ. So, like...
Okay, but Charlie.
Polly is the answer. I know.
I was just gonna say MJ and Gwen.
Again, Polly is the answer. You're helping me out here. That's how you finish the trio.
Also, shout out to people again finding out that the Archie comics, Betty and Veronica were pretty fucking gay for each other in the original comic.
Hell yeah!
Of course they were. Why wouldn't they be? They're both hot. All right, can't be.
Can't be gay? Huh?
Is she?
Are we supporting her? Is she an ally?
Do we have a description for her? Okay.
She a girl boss?
Many crooked shapes.
That doesn't sound
1,000 crawlers from her viperish feet.
I think it's girl boss, but girl boss is a neutral term, really. You can girl boss by being an absolute bastard.
Okay, so the heads of the wild beasts is around her neck. Mm-hmm. We got like lions and sphinx, wild boars and everything. Even Scylla. Okay. Double shaped. What does that mean?
Double shaped? What?
I guess that means like how satyrs and centaurs exist. Because
that's how Rick took it, at least.
A woman to the middle of her body, and then serpents for hair. What the fuck? Sea monster scales. She's got claws that curve like sickles. Ugh.
That's nasty.
It is. Wait, what? She has okay, that makes it sound like her tail comes out of her neck, but I don't think that's what it means. I think it means her tail curves all the way up to her neck. Like, it's that high. It's a scorpion tail.
Makes sense.
All right. You love that. She's got wings. Yeah. Okay, so, and then it gets a lot simpler. There's a simpler description underneath that. Upper torso, of a woman, scales of a sea monster from the chest down, and snaky appendages and other stuff protruding from her body. Cool. She's the female counterpart of Typhon?
Huh.
That is, she was echidna under a different name, is what this guy is saying. I mean, not quite, but like, she does feel more akin to Typhon and how crazy his description can get, because he's got, like, a lot of snake shit going on, and Echidna's just, like, woman, snake. She's a little bit more simplified of a monster.
Right.
Than Campy and Typhon.
Campy is just like, here is some bullshit. Figure this out.
Here is something that you cannot put in an image, which is why there are no fucking images on here. I'm so mad about that.
But I like what Rick did with that. He's like, this is an old thing, like, before shapes were totally, like, figured out. That's cool.
Like,
that's a fun way to make that work for you.
Out of chaos, honestly, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, who did I say her parents were?
I don't remember if you said.
I just deleted the page. Oh, there it is.
You deleted Wikipedia. It's gone.
Do we know who her parents are? Oh my god, I don't think we do.
Not Wikipedia, please. Anything but Wikipedia. Don't delete it.
Alright, let's see if the Riordan Wiki has some bullshit. Does the Riordan Wiki have some bullshit on who her parents are? I want to know.
Always count on the bullshit of the Riordan Wiki, unless it doesn't have bullshit this time.
It also has like an image of like just her face, I believe. Yeah. Oh, there's something in the comic. That's right. I mean, graphic novel, because there's graphic novels. Okay, Tartarus and Gaia is what it says on the Riordan Wiki, at least.
Interesting.
I don't remember if that was said in the chapter, but like, makes sense. Because like, Gaia did tend to make children with Tartarus after Uranus was like, hey, these ones turn out ugly, so we're gonna send them over there into this pit because I don't like them. And so Gaia's like, well, I'm gonna fuck the pit then and make some more shit because you're an asshole.
Stop fucking the pit.
Fuck the pit!
Do not the pit.
Fuck the pit.
Do the pit.
Oh no.
It's all whole. I mean...
Stop.
There you go.
Oh my god.
I support this. And with that, Percy Jackson. Look at that. 40 minutes, and we're finally talking about Percy Jackson.
Oh my god.
40 minutes! Dun 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 dun. 40 minutes! That's how long it took for us to talk about Percy Jackson on this Percy Jackson podcast.
That's how it be here. That's how it fucking be. Okay, Robert?
So the Labyrinth Quest group are like Scooby-Doo. They're fucking getting at... They're fucking like zoink scoobing it out of there.
Listen, there's a reason why when I drew like my Tyson and Grover picture of them in the labyrinth. Hey, go look at my Instagram for that. I literally just use like Fred and Shaggy's like running movements for like inspiration on how to draw them running through the labyrinth.
Aww.
I'm like, Grover is Shaggy and Tyson can be Fred, and then I just did that. This is real Scooby-Doo shit though. So
like zoink Scoob, let's get out of here.
Yeah, go through a fucking dead end. But you know what? We've got super buff Tyson with us.
Hell yeah. Tyson is the MVP every day, all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing so good this chapter. We stan.
Tyson was very sorry he had to break a wall, but he broke the wall.
You know what? He broke the wall, but then he like put the big boulder back in place, so it's fine.
Yeah, fixed it.
He fixed the wall. It's good. It's all good. Now they're in jail. They're in Alcatraz.
Damn, I can't believe they committed several felonies all within a course of like a day.
I can't.
I'm trying to think of like the first time I heard of Alcatraz. And I want to say it might be from Scooby-Doo, actually. There's an episode of Let's Do Scooby-Doo.
What's Scooby-Doo?
Is it just, it's something, is it just called the San Francisco?
If you remembered it, like, by name, I'm gonna bonk you on the head.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Yeah, that's literally it, San Francisco.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, I don't like you. Get away from me now.
And there's just a zombie monster of a quote-unquote escaped prisoner who has a hook for a hand. Why he has a hook for a hand is not really explained, but like he lost his hand. But like he died before he would have gotten a new hand.
They took my squeezing arm. Why? Why'd they take my squeezing arm?
So technically this guy should have had just no hand there.
Were y'all not Invader Zim kids, or am I alone here?
I'm so sorry I was not an Invader Zim kid.
I was not. I'm sorry.
I gotta go get my cousin. I'll go get them and then you can redo that joke.
My brain just has a lot of Invader Zim. Oh god, that's like the other fourth of my personality, Invader Zim.
You have personality traits, Robert. You have like a few of them. Okay?
I do. There is this one scene from Invader Zim where he's in a bathroom and he uses like a teleportation device, but he screams out loud, he's like, "Leave no evidence!" And it like blows into like a fucking dust cloud, and a kid gets out of the other stall. He's like, "What the fuck is happening?"
This is fine. Totally fine. Normal, in fact.
So yeah, Tyson was like, "Leave no evidence of the hole in the wall," and he bolted it up.
Yeah, and there's like a raspy voice muttering some words. Ooh. What's that about?
And people are actually using a different language, which you would think would happen more frequently since everyone here is from Greece, but
I mean,
I guess they all learned English.
They sometimes have ancient Greek in here, but, like, the kids know ancient Greek, so it's fine. But I
Right,
guess she's
right.
older than Greece, even though technically the gods are also older than Greece, right?
Yeah, well, the gods are real, like the
Technically?
Greek gods. The ones you learned about, but we're not paying attention to.
Well, they don't pay attention to you, either. Especially if you're their
I
kid.
wonder in the Percy Jackson universe, if they're, like, powered by belief, then would they be there before there are Greek people to believe in them? But
Retroactively,
that sounds
yes.
like too much
Like
to do.
retroactively, they created the universe. In actuality, they did not, but, like, now that they exist, yes, they were the creators of the universe, actually.
I hate that, actually.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't,
Because
but...
if they created the universe, then they were there before. But if they weren't there before, then how did they create the universe? But if they created the universe, how were they... And then I blow up.
Yeah, but guess what? They're the fucking gods! So who fucking cares?
The Greek gods? Like the ones you learned about
Shut
and
the
weren't
fuck
paying
up.
attention to?
Oh, they don't pay
so-
attention to you either.
Eee.
Yeah, maybe if you're their kid.
If anyone is
So-
playing a drinking game right now, they're, like, dying.
God.
Take a shot every time I derail this podcast.
Oh no, they'd be dead within the first 5 seconds.
Look, Charlie, I don't know if you remember this. We spent the first 10 minutes not even talking about mythology at all.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Campy is here. This is the description of her, yada yada yada. Tyson knows exactly who she is.
Yeah,
Bros having
Tyson
Vietnam
is,
flashbacks.
like, in the loop.
I guess, like, I want to know how that works with monsters. Like, is it like how the demigods have their inherent stuff that Cyclops also know who Campy is and can speak her language? Like, is that their demigod quote unquote powers? You know?
Tyson
They can
has
speak
always
the
known a
old
lot of
tongue.
things, like, from Percy, like, picking him up at the school. And so it's either that Tyson, you know, hangs out with other, like, monsters and stuff and they just get to chatting, or that, yeah, he just knows things inherently, which, I don't know, it feels like he kind of does, but I'm not confident.
Does Tyson hang out with other Cyclops, or is he like that one Cyclops that doesn't hang out with other Cyclops?
Doesn't he hang out with a bunch of
Yeah, he does in the
He does.
forges.
Yeah, like... I mean, at that point, they're co-workers. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's very friendly with his co-workers. I don't know for sure if Tyson has any friends in the forges.
Oh, that's sad.
They seem to get along. I think Tyson is doing great and he's very popular and everyone likes him because he's so cool.
And yet, he never talks about his coworkers.
I mean, do you talk about your coworkers other than to talk shit about them?
I do.
Yeah, I
But
guess sometimes
I also
you do.
talk shit about them.
Tyson is a good boy where he's like, if I have nothing nice to say about them, I say nothing at all. And so he just never talks about his coworkers.
Because they're all just like assholes.
That makes sense.
No.
They're all like chain smoking and being misogynistic in the corner.
Can
No!
you
He's just like,
smoke under the ocean? Like,
under the sea.
It's like
Actually,
in
wait,
SpongeBob,
that happened-
don't worry.
oh, I was gonna say that happened in Harley Quinn. Like, legit. There was a chain smoking fish.
It's hard work in the forges. I know this. I work in a job that is pretty similar to forgery. Not like
Forgery?
the crime. Not the crime. Metal work is what I meant.
Robert commits
And-
forgery.
Again. But it's metal work, and you would not be surprised by how many of my coworkers, like, on their break will fucking dash outside. It could be snowing, it could be raining, the world could be ending. They want their cigarette. They need their nicotine, dude.
I mean, you do
Yeah,
you.
no, for real. Like, that's really why I don't want to get into smoking. Like, the only reason
Okay.
is that you have to go outside when it's so fucking cold. And they look like
Okay,
they don't
but-
even care. They're just, like, chilling out there, and you're like, how do you live?
Listen, smoking is fun.
I
Very occasionally. You gotta be good about it. You
I'm
can't turn into a
good.
fucking, like chain smoker. You can't get addicted to that shit. But
Robert,
if you're me,
I can't breathe.
See,
if you're me, you know, there are certain scenarios in which you enjoy a nice cigarette.
I have an inhaler now.
Well, Charlie, just learn how to breathe.
No.
yeah, Charlie, get good.
Charlie,
No.
get good.
I'm good. All right.
You're
I
good
want
at
to
not
smoke
breathing, I
cigarettes
guess.
so badly, and that's why I know I can't have any. I have an addictive personality. I-
Oh, same. But I just look at cigarette prices and I'm like, that's what keeps me from buying.
Yeah, makes sense. My brother, smoked, I don't know if he still smokes cigarettes, but he used to, and he was like, this is bad for you. I can tell it makes my gums hurt. So
Every fucking cigarette smoker will look you dead in the eyes, smoking their cigarette, being like, don't do this, it's bad for you.
yeah, so he was like, here, take a drag off this cigarette so that you know how bad it is and how much you won't want to do it. And I, like, did it, and I was like, it actually isn't that bad. So I, like, coughed exaggeratedly so he would feel like a good big brother.
It just doesn't seem appealing to me whatsoever.
It seems, I want smoke in my fucking lungs so bad. Teddy agrees with me. We're all like, God, what if we just went and bought a pack of cigarettes? Just one for us.
Just do it, just fucking do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. I don't encourage smoking, by the way. To anyone who's listening, if this is still in the cut, don't start. Weed, on the other hand, smoke as much weed as you want. It's fucking great.
How about edibles? How about just do edibles, guys?
Yeah, edibles also.
As long as you all know, Of the Eldest Gods is pro-drugs.
Of the Eldest Gods is pro-drugs, and so
as
is
long
the
as
damning page,
you
I
do them
guess.
safely, maybe do them safely.
Not hard
Yes,
drugs, though. Like,
we
I draw the
believe
limit
in
at,
health
like,
and moderation.
homies, just stick to weed. And also, statistically, most people who smoke weed, like, or try weed for the first time, don't even continue smoking weed. So that whole stereotype of, like, how weed is a gateway drug, based in propaganda. What a fucking surprise.
Yes.
Gasp.
So can I talk about Percy Jackson?
Where
Yes,
the fuck
tell us
are
about
I
Percy
think
Jackson.
we're still at them walking into the jail. Into Alcatraz.
Tyson
They have taken
is doing
3 steps.
Tyson is doing the voice thing. He's doing his really creepy thing that like I love it, but it also freaks me out.
Charlie, it's like a D&D campaign where, like, we've only walked 3 steps in and we just, like, keep wasting time, and the DM is
Fair.
like, can you engage the plot, please?
No.
In this scenario, is the DM Charlie or Mr. Riordan himself?
Mr. Richard Riordan. Yes, that's who it is.
Richard Russell Riordan Jr.
Is that his fucking name?
That is his full name. He's
That
a
feels
junior.
illegal to know. It feels illegal to know Rick's government name.
Hey, that's what it says on his fucking Wikipedia page.
It feels so wrong to know that.
I just love the fact that he's a junior.
He gives off a junior vibe.
Yeah, I mean, I want to know what his daddy issues are based on his writing.
Leave the poor man and his childhood trauma alone.
Yeah, dude's pushing like 60. It's not childhood trauma anymore. Now it's just like that vacant stare all 60-year-old men give every now and then.
No!
Oh boy. So Tyson is doing his cool voice thing, and then, like, his voice falters when he says Braries. Because that's his hero, specifically.
He's starstruck.
He's starstruck, oh my gosh.
Um,
Grover and Tyson are both like, this bitch smell. She's smelly.
she's smelly, and also Tyson does the explanation. Cyclops know about her. She's basically their boogeyman.
Ooga booga.
Terrifying.
It's generational trauma.
It is. It really is. Generational
Shout
trauma.
out to generational trauma.
And yeah, we get the whole explanation of Campy and the Hecatonchires. And Campy's just back, I guess. I want to know who brought her back.
The monsters just do that. I'm sure it's fine.
I mean, they do,
I'm
but,
sure
like,
it has
did
nothing to do
Kronos
with
do something, you know?
Does that sound like something Kronos would do? I
Yes.
mean, it does, but
Nah, it sounds like something a corporation would do.
I mean, remember, he didn't free the Hecatonchires. Like, so maybe he's like, gonna bring out the big guns. This chick is fucking terrifying, so we're gonna do that instead.
Yeah. But then Campy leaves, and they walk into the cell that's filled with sobbing.
Okay, he's human-sized.
Yeah, that's like a joke, I guess, that Percy has in his brain, because Tyson describes the 100-handed ones as tall as the sky, and they're so strong they can break mountains. And Percy's looking up at the ceiling of the Alcatraz. He's like, is the sky shorter, or is he shorter? What's happening?
I mean, okay, I also personally picture Tyson as being, like, larger than the average human. So, like, is this man larger than the average human, or is he, like, average?
on the scale of like Ant-Man when he's shrunken to Ant-Man when he's big, how big is the 100-handed man?
Smaller than Giant Man, but
Yeah, it's canonically known as Giant Man.
Giant
no shit,
Man.
Sherlock.
Yeah,
I said Giant Man.
Yeah, but I don't know. I say it Giant. Get.
You're
I
fucking
see.
weird.
I see.
Yeah.
Hey,
But he's as tall
not to
as the
derail our
sky.
podcast again, but you ever get mad about Giant Man and how that really should not be how it works, given their own explanation in the MCU at least?
It's fine.
Of how he's strong because all of his atoms get all squished together, and so if he gets all big, then he should be like paper, and you should be able to rip through his flesh.
Theoretically speaking, his heart would not be able to pump blood adequately through his body and he would die.
You know what?
Yeah.
Kim particles make no sense.
He would collapse under his own weight. Like...
Except that his weight wouldn't increase at all because his mass doesn't increase. So basically he's just, like, you would be able to see the holes in between his atoms.
You know what? This is giving me an idea for my plug. So yeah, he's just like a guy, but he's got a lot of arms. That's it. He has big feet, and you know what they say about guys with big feet.
I do. Okay, so this is going to be another derailment. I don't know if either of you know about SCPs.
I do indeed.
No.
Because when I hear about a human-sized pale man sobbing, I immediately think of the Shy Guy.
I don't know that one.
The Shy Guy is an SCP that if you look at its face in any capacity, it will attack you and kill you until you're dead.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Makes sense.
Terrifying.
It's the vibes. And then Percy, of course, he's like, either the sky isn't as tall as it used to be, or he's short.
Yep. And then Tyson goes all like, oh my god, my hero is in front of me. He's acting like me when I go to Disney World, and I'm like, I know that's not actually the character, but I'm still gonna get starstruck.
Hey, you made a joke about his dick, and I was trying to think of something funny to say about that, and I finally did.
Who
and
made a joke about his dick? Wait, what?
I said he's got, you know what they say about guys with big feet?
You know what they say about guys with 100 hands?
Anyways, he's got 50 heads. There
Head
you
game
go!
on point. Okay, but oh.
God.
Yeah, it took me an extra second to know what you meant.
You're welcome. I'm glad we got there eventually.
So Brary's is like the definition of peak ADHD, but like if you're ADHD, if you had 100 hands and all the thoughts of your ADHD brain could do everything your ADHD brain is thinking of.
I think I'd blow up, but
I
he's
kind of
holding
can't
it
believe
together.
this chapter is so short because I remember it so vividly from like
I
reading
do.
it as a kid. Like all of these descriptions are like burned in my brain. It's really interesting.
Yeah.
They got some hands that are just doing their own shit. They got hands building a toy boat, hands scratching at the floor, hands playing rock, paper, scissors. We call that foreshadowing.
Hey.
And a bunch of other hands making... But specifically, this is what's funny to me. We have, like, at this point, 50-something-year-old Rick Riordan, or if you want to be meta, 14-year-old Percy Jackson, unironically saying the words, Ducky and Doggy Shadow Puppets.
Interesting choice of words, Rick.
That is a mood though. He just stimming.
He's stimming.
You know? Stimmy. It's good. Okay, but then he does his like his Lego man, his face turns. That's not actually what it says. It just says it's morphed into something else, and I'm like, no, my brain says that like you have a different face.
Specifically like how the good cop, bad cop character from
Yeah.
Or
exactly.
the mayor from Nightmare Before Christmas for the rest of you.
Oh yeah, that's also a thing.
Okay. I did not know that one. Mostly because I haven't finished that movie.
What? Damn, Charlie,
I have
your
a thing with-
cultural education sometimes.
I have a thing with stop motion, okay?
Oh no, that's
motion is
understandable.
Fucking great, but also it does feel weird sometimes.
Stop motion is like one of the most incredible and interesting art forms, and also it makes me upset every once in a while.
Exactly. That's how I feel. I'm like,
there's something
love it,
about
but can't watch it all the time.
There's something about the art form of a human moving clay into the positions he thinks a human would naturally move into, or a dog or whatever. That just feels weird. Because it's like, you are human. You know how human move. Why human move weird in your animation?
I don't know. Why human be a skull man?
So, Also, we have another instance of, Percy asking a genuine question because, he was only brought into this whole Greek mythology shit like 3.5 years ago. And Annabeth is like, don't be rude. 100-handed ones have 50 different faces.
Sorry, I didn't know that. Like, legit, he wasn't told.
I do remember in Lightning Thief when Percy was like, yeah, I would sit down every day with Annabeth for Greek mythology lessons. And I'm like, so what did you learn? Because you don't seem to remember half the people you meet.
Okay, he remembered all the Heracles stuff because, he's Percy.
Typical,
he's
typical Percy Jackson.
Typical man.
Teen boy.
That's how it be. I mean, what are you going to remember from the obscure things? The ones you like. That's what you're going to remember, if anything.
I guess.
So
there are way too many of these fucking people.
There really freaking are. I really want to know if Tyson gets that autograph. I'm glad he asked, but does Burns have to do it with every single hand?
Yeah.
Like I don't sign my name with both of my hands.
No, but that joke gets me every time, though, because it's the delivery, even though there's not delivery, because it's a book, but he sniffles, and he's like, do you have 100 pens?
It's a lot of fucking pens! Percy's only got one!
Percy, and I don't even think it's a pen, it's only a sword.
We'll get there, Robert. We can't talk about that yet, actually. Many years.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Braries just can't break the bars. I mean, Tyson can. It's fine.
Well, Braries doesn't want to. Braries could if he was in the mood, but he's fucking terrified for his life.
Homie full of trauma.
Yeah,
indeed.
He's terrified. He's sad. I want to hug this man, but I don't know how that would work because that's a lot of fucking hands.
Oh, you know what? I've been having 100 hands would suck. I don't want him to jerk me off, but I bet he gives an amazing fucking hug.
Would he give you an amazing hug, or would he just be grabby hands all the way?
You're definitely, he's accidentally gonna touch butt. He has 100 hands.
And he's as big as the sky.
You guys seen Nausicaa of the Valley of the Winds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the tendrils, they wrap around you. It's like an enveloping cocoon. I imagine it as the softest, most wonderful.
Let's go rewatch Nausicaa.
God, Nausicaa slaps.
It really does.
Yeah. Hey, do you guys know that Braries remembers the war?
What's happening?
That's a song.
Okay.
That's Fortunate Son, which is somehow, someway always related to Vietnam.
Oh, cool.
Well, there's a reason it's related to, it's used for Vietnam, but anytime now that I think about the war, and I know they're talking about the Titan War, I'm just mentally, for some reason, placing them in Vietnam. Which is terrible in so many ways. My brain should not be thinking like that, but it is.
The Titanomachy. Nam.
Oh, god damn it! It all comes full circle, baby, but I hate it.
It all comes full
I'm
circle.
so sorry. So we get to the best part. Robert, why is this Percy's himbo moment?
Percy has 2 himbo moments, and I will hopefully be back for the second himbo moment.
You gotta tell me when it is, so I can put you on for it.
I'll tell you when it is after. It's not going to happen for several years, but you're going to have me on
okay.
that. So yeah, Percy, in his brilliant himbo moment, using his himbo brain, realizing that since Braries does not want to leave because he's fucking traumatized, he's like, hey, 1 game of rock, paper, scissors. If I win, you come with us. If you lose, or if I lose, we'll leave you in jail. And Annabeth gives him this look like he's crazy, which I'm trying to imagine, and it's great. My brain is conjuring a fantastic image.
I imagine she gives him that look every 5 seconds, though.
Big mood.
That's just their relationship in a nutshell.
And then Braries is like, dude, come on. I always win. Rock, paper, scissors. Or if you want to be cool, you can call it Rochambeau.
Rock, paper, scissors, Spock. Anyway.
Rock, paper, here. Let's play a game of rock, paper, scissors right here, right now.
We can't see Ray currently.
Yeah, I'll referee.
Yeah, Ray will referee. All right, Charlie, come on. Best 2 out of 3?
All right.
Rock, paper, scissors, set, shoot.
I win.
I actually can't referee because my thing is lagging too badly.
I fucking won.
Well, Charlie just won twice.
I gave you scissors and paper.
Much like how Charlie just won twice, Percy wins once because against Braries' army against Brewery's avalanche of rocks, classroom set of scissors, and enough paper to make a fleet of airplanes. He uses gun.
Gun beats anything.
Okay. What I love about this is that, one, yes, he would. That's like total like elementary school. Like, of course he would pick that shit up. That's hilarious. Two, it feels so much like Greek mythology. Like, it's absolute bullshit. It's stupid as hell.
This is some Odysseus shit.
Exactly! It's Odysseus saying, I'm nobody. Like, this is that level of trickery. I love it so fucking much. It's perfect. The vibes are everything to me. It is truly the combination of the ancient and the modern, all in one little teenaged asshole.
We stan Percy Jackson, skater boy. So yeah, he wins, and Brewery's is just like, okay, fine, whatever, just agrees, doesn't even.
Well, he agreed to the rock paper scissors. You can't go back on your word.
Exactly.
Yeah. So they just like get the fuck out of there, basically. Like, they go out into fucking broad daylight, with a 100-handed one. I mean, he's the size of a regular man, but I really want to know what the tourists are seeing when he just, like, goes out there.
Okay, but who do you... Ray, you go, you.
I figure it's fine. You know, the mist can give Tyson fake eyes. Maybe he looks like he's wearing a very large outfit.
What is the thing from the Dr. Seuss book? He's wearing, like, is it a sneed?
A sneed.
Yes.
Yeah, he's wearing a sneed.
And speaking about finding out how bad someone could possibly be, Campe is here.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how the mist covers that at all. Like,
apparently it doesn't, because, like, she does crash through a wall trying to chase them.
She's the fucking Kool-Aid man.
She just yeahs her way out, and people are freaking out because the wall did break. The mist cannot hide that.
Yeah. It's so good.
They just figure it's terrorism like they always do.
No, what if the mist just, like, turned her into the Kool-Aid Man and everyone's freaking out? They're like, holy shit, the Kool-Aid Man! Run!
Oh my
God. Kool-Aid Man broke out of Alcatraz.
The Kool-Aid Man has escaped.
Were you about to say Azkaban?
I was. I hate myself.
I did my waiting. 12 years of it in Azkaban.
In Alcatraz.
In Alcatraz. What did the Kool-Aid Man do to receive a 12-year sentence to Alcatraz?
I mean, he busted into a lot of fucking buildings and broke down walls.
Property damage.
Destruction of property doesn't get you 12 years in one of the most secure prisons in the world.
Spider-Man property damage.
You know what the police are there for, is to protect property. I think.
Yeah, not people,
the Kool-Aid
just property.
Man. I think that he kept breaking out of every other prison that they put him in, and that's why he's here.
This is correct.
But then he breaks out of this one to chase after our what do you call a group of 5 people?
A quintet.
Yes.
A quintet. Sure, okay, let's go that. They're chasing
a barbershop quintet.
Our barbershop quintet, they start busting out them harmonizations. No. They're just running around Alcatraz. Honestly, reading these pages just makes me feel like they're playing Ring Around the Rosie around Alcatraz.
That's definitely... I can't wait to see this scene. Like, if we get there in the fucking show, like, God, that CGI's gotta be good. And also, like, this scene would be so good as, like, an action scene, right? Am I right?
Seems like it.
So Campy also has, like...
or as
scimitars?
A Scooby-Doo reference, where they're all just, like, running in and out of rooms, and yeah.
That's also good. They run in and out of the cells, you know, literally. Okay.
Don't look back.
She has...
find another clue.
She has poison bronze scimitars.
2 of them.
Okay, sure.
Isn't it pronounced scimitar?
Scimitar?
No, it's scimitar.
Am I stupid? Oh no, I'm stupid.
I've always heard scimitar, but I could be wrong. You know what? We are wrong until we are proven right or wrong.
Longer.
I don't know.
But Grover does point out that, like, hey, those are poison. Don't get stabbed by them. And Percy's like, or I'll die. And he's like, well, yeah, after you fade to dust.
So they're going to get
like,
Thanos snapped?
I was going to say, like, they would feel what it's like for a monster to get killed by celestial bronze.
Right?
So they go to Tartarus and then they can, like, come back. I love that.
All right, but that should be a bonus episode. Which Percy Jackson characters would survive the snap?
Okay, well, that's going on the doc.
Nice.
We'll do that eventually. Okay, so we're running the fuck out of here. We're running. We can't use a boat or anything, even though Percy would totally. They're like, oh, that's too slow. I'm sorry. You have fucking Percy Jackson with you. You could take a boat and get the fuck out of there. But, I mean, this book is about the labyrinth. We kind of have to go back into there anyway
It is a titular
for plot
labyrinth.
reasons. I think this is important that Tyson rips a lamppost out of the ground, like, and just like stabs Campy with it.
That's such a boss move.
I'm just imagining like Tyson just rips the lamppost from Narnia like out of the ground. No one has any idea what to do. Just fucking Cyclops? What the fuck? So apparently Tyson would survive the poison? Sure. Okay.
No, that makes sense to me. I feel like the constitution of Cyclops would be very, very high.
Okay, we're talking back in D&D. Correct.
Roll for poison check? Question mark.
A constitution saving throw, clearly.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he'd also probably have, like, that in his,
What do you roll for a constitution? Is it a D6 or is it a D?
It's always D20 for, like,
D20.
checks or saving throws.
Right. I have not played D&D in a while, so my brain
Robert,
does
do we need to
sometimes
play
forward.
D&D together?
We're gonna play that weird dice game that Darrigan's bringing, so...
Yeah, that's true. I'll bring my rainbow dice!
Damn, them gay dice.
I do have gay dice.
Because you're gay?
Yeah, but you're gamer.
Fuck. I do have a shirt that I want to wear to Pride, because I haven't been to Pride in, like, the past 3 years. Every time I'm like, I'm gonna go to Pride this month, something happens
Robert.
last minute.
Robert, what if we went to Pride together?
That's gay.
That is gay. So...
Go, brother. I will meet you inside. Such final words. Such gives Percy this feeling of like, ah, man, I remember the last time I thought I lost him. I don't want that to happen again.
Yeah.
It's sad. But you know what? Tyson, this is his chapter. He needed to do this. He stabs her with the lamppost, and then he picks up a Dippin' Dot stand and throws it at her. And that's important to me.
Okay, fellas. Are Dippin' Dots good?
I've had them, like, maybe once in my whole life. They were, like, fine.
You know what makes me so fucking mad? So here's a derailment, here at the end of the chapter. I used to work at Showcase, like the movie theater place. That's
the movie theater.
And we had Ben and Jerry's at our showcase. And
Superior
then
ice cream, yes.
they swapped to Dippin' Dots.
They made a terrible decision. Holy fuck.
Exactly. I'm so fucking mad at them. Like, what? And then like another showcase that not one that I worked at, but another one that I go to now because I don't go to the one that I worked at anymore. They really went downhill. They swapped to Edie's, which is not bad. But at least it's not fucking Dippin' Dots.
I see that we have some opinions.
But I love Ben and Jerry's, so that's the important thing. I had some today.
My opinion is that Dippin' Dots do the weird thing to my neurodivergent brain where I put them in my mouth and they feel like they're supposed to have a different texture than they do when I put them in my mouth.
Mm.
And I'm like,
I feel
yuck.
that. I definitely feel that because, like, they're just little dots of ice cream, and that seems
But
wrong.
They have like a weird soft crunch.
I don't like it.
Bad. It's very bad.
Yeah. Can we not do that? Thank you very much.
You know what we can do? We can find the cell block we came in through and touch the mark of Daedalus.
Yeah. So they do it, and they're back in the fucking maze. Wait, but Percy first, he does the Captain America thing, and we lose the fucking shields forever.
Yes. This poor shield. It has been through so much.
Like, I love this shield. I want more of this shield, but I believe this is the last we ever see of it.
We have to let it rest.
Yeah,
R.I.P. shield.
Tyson fucking fixed it, and this is the last time Percy gets to use it, is that he just Captain America's it right at Campy in the face.
Okay, but how does the Captain America shield work? There have been a couple times where he throws it at a bunch of walls, and it will go into a wall, like crash into the wall, bounce out of the crash into another wall made of the same material, where it will bounce off without damaging the wall into a person. I'm like, how the fuck does that work?
Robert, so you know that, like, what it's made of means that it shouldn't actually be able to do that, right? Like,
if it absorbed all kinetic energy, the second Steve throws it at a wall, it just falls to the ground.
Exactly, so it can't be a fucking frisbee. But also, I love the damn frisbee shield. It's so good.
The damn frisbee shield. I also hear, as my favorite movie is Back to the Future, I would like to reference the scene from Back to the Future 3. Whoa, frisbee, far out.
Nice.
That line has no context whatsoever. I'm just gonna say that.
I'm glad you said it.
Well, it does have context. He's in 1885 and he sees a pie dish company called Frisbee, which is loosely, like, there was not an actual company named Frisbee that made pie pan dishes, but that is pretty much the origin of the Frisbee as we know it, where people would finish their pie and then throw the, like, pie pans around because they were disposable, whatever, and that was fun.
Jesus Christ,
Nice.
This is a long chapter next time.
Yeah.
I just saw that, I'm like, 26 pages? God
Hashtag
fucking
shout
damn!
Shout out to these, like, what was this, 13 pages, I think?
I think so.
108 to 121. Yeah, 108 to 121. 13 pages. Hey, let's go, boys. We did it.
We're gonna have to be on topic.
Who's
Glad we don't have Robert.
Who's the poor sumbitch who's editing this?
That's a good question. Who's editing?
I can't do math.
It's you, Ray! Good luck.
Woo!
Rip Ray.
Yeah.
Ray, that's right. We're not done with the fucking episode. Why did I feel like we were done with it? Because we asked about who's editing this shit.
Oh my god.
Friends, Robert, where can the people find you on the internet? And if you have a media recommendation of any sort, please feel free to share.
Where can I find myself? Who am I?
Who am I, Hedwig? What am I?
Who am I? Who am I? What are you even saying? I'm the loser of the game you didn't know you were playing.
Bro.
That's who I am. I'm the loser of the game you didn't know you were playing. But no, I am Robert. I am the damn meme page, damn spelled DAM. I mainly do Instagram. I have learned how to make Percy Jackson edits, so it's over for you motherfuckers.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. But you can find me on Instagram at the damn meme page. Also on Twitter. Sometimes I shit post. My TikTok's dead. If you want me to post on that TikTok, sucks to suck.
Post on the TikTok, remember?
Sucks to suck.
I thought we were gonna do TikToks in New York.
Oh yeah, I have to figure that out then. If you want to hear me podcasting about non-Percy Jackson things, I am in Once Upon a Time recap podcast. It's called Entering Storybrooke. I am also in a Kim Possible podcast. It's called That's the Sitch. I also have 2 other projects that are in the works as of recording that may be out when this episode is out.
Probably
so I'll just
not. I feel like.
What if I just have 2 takes where I'm like,
this is coming out at the end of March. Like, remember, NYC trip.
Right, okay, so it's not out yet.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna say probably not. Probably soon.
Probably not.
So just look up on Robert's stuff.
Just keep track of me. Know my location at all times. Call the FBI if I step even a single foot out of line.
I will. I promise.
God damn it. And media that I want to promote. Give me a second. I need to think of the media I've consumed.
Alright. I am going to plug Quantumania since we've been talking about Ant-Man so fucking much.
I have not watched Quantumania yet.
I mostly enjoyed it because, listen, I enjoy, like, the child of the superhero, like, I don't know, I like the child sidekicks in general, and she's not, like, a child anymore. Ant-Man's daughter is a superhero in this one. Does she have a superhero name? That I don't know. But Cassie's cool. I enjoyed Quantumania. Someone else go.
I started playing Breath of the Wild again. That game's pretty good. I like Zelda. I like Big Fish Man.
Hey,
I give him a kiss.
You know what? That reminds me of a thing that Christina said. Whenever I type out BOTL, Battle of the Labyrinth, in text form, she's just like, Breath of the Wild? Yeah. So I'm glad I was finally able to remember that joke.
Anyways, I don't like open world games, but I like Breath of the Wild, so reconcile that.
How does that make sense? Explain yourself.
It's because it's actually good, and it makes you feel good when you play it, instead of feeling like you're just wandering around doing fucking nothing all day.
That's how I feel in general.
Yeah, big mood. Yeah, I don't like games without direction. I need places to go. I can't play fucking Skyrim. I'm like, where am I? I'm climbing a mountain. It's I don't know what's happening. In Zelda, I know what's happening. And that helps a lot.
I'm glad you know what's happening. I never know what's happening in general.
I never know anything ever.
So if you don't like video games, maybe that's a good video game. That's my recommendation.
I hate video games. Absolutely hate them so much, even though, like, 2 weeks ago I plugged Ace Attorney.
Good for him, realizing that he's Ace. Anyway,
He's actually bi. At least I think he is.
Bi King. I just remember what my obsession has been for the past 2 months, and it will be over by the time this episode comes out. The Last of Us.
Oh,
My boy Pedro Pascal out there being a fucking snack. Love him so much.
A big mood, yeah.
Robert, do you wanna talk about this on air and say how mad you are at us? For like a couple weeks ago, saying that Quintus.
Yeah. So a few weeks ago, when y'all were talking about your fan casts for Quintus, y'all were saying George Clooney, y'all were saying whoever else you said, and I'm yelling into the void, being like, Pedro Pascal, Pedro Pascal, Pedro Pascal.
Correct.
You're right.
Yeah, Pedro Pascal.
I'm sorry we didn't know, but you're right.
I love The Last of Us. Also, Bella Ramsey is great.
Good for her.
So yeah, if you want to watch your little cool, very gay, surprisingly, even though I know the source material, zombie show that has also a bunch of emotional heartache. Shout out to my feelings after episode 3 and episode 7. People, if you know, if you know, you know. Yeah, The Last of Us. Also, just basically anything. Also, The Mandalorian, I guess, because that season 3 episode 1 dropped on the day we're recording this.
More Pedro Pascal.
I didn't even realize it was out. Oh my god.
Your plug is just Pedro Pascal.
Or the day before. Yeah, pretty much anything Pedro Pascal has been in. I guess by extension that would also mean like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Or
this is true. He was in season 4, episode 1, The Freshman.
Wow.
or Game of Thrones, I guess, because he was also in that.
He was a really nice guy in that episode.
What else has he been in? Oh, Kingsman, The Golden Circle. That literally, the really famous.
I do keep forgetting that he was in Kingsman. Like, I've seen the movie, and I do forget that's Pedro Pascal.
Like, the really famous fucking Pedro Pascal edit of him that's, like, out right now, that's like, hey, sexy lady, is literally from that movie, I believe.
Is his character name, is he Whiskey? Or...
Maybe, I don't remember.
I've forgotten. They're all types of, like, alcohol, and I've very much forgotten things.
Imagine forgetting.
Okay, well, we need to get off this train.
Dragons.
Hey!
Imagine dragging these nuts!
Woo! This podcast is great! There's nothing wrong with us.
Order.
Derailed so fucking much. We need to find the train rails again.
He was in Graceland. Really?
Oh
I
my
did
God.
not know this.
Robert, shut up so I can end the podcast.
But he was in Charlie's Angels? What?
Robert.
Yo, Pedro Pascal, I also love him so much. One last thing before I leave. Pedro Pascal, you look at him and you wonder, why is he so wonderful? And then you find out he's the middle sibling to 2 sisters, and you're like, yes, that explains so much.
Correct. This is is correct. I can't breathe.
He's only 47 years old.
Okay.
He is... If I keep talking...
My friends, I get the fuck out of my cabin because we're actually going to break out of prison right now. Like right now, we're going to break out of Alcatraz like the Kool-Aid Man.
Dun, 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 dun.
Is this copyright?
Yes, it is. Enjoy the copyright strike on your podcast. You fuck nerds.
Wow. Thank you.
And that's the end.
And that's a Sitch.
Hey, you motherfucker! That's my thing! How dare you!
A huge thank you, as always, to our dearly beloved Patreon with a God Complex, Matt.
You can follow this podcast socials at Of the Eldest Gods Pod on Instagram and Tumblr, and at Of the Eldest Gods on Twitter.
You can send us an iris message through oftheeldestgodspod@gmail.com. If you'd like to support us financially, join us at patreon.com/oftheeldestgods. By becoming a patron, you can join the Deus Ex Media Discord server, where you'll be able to chat with us and other listeners about episodes and anything Percy Jackson related. Our $5 patron tier also gets you access to Against All Odds, our monthly bonus show. There, we'll talk about a wide variety of topics, which usually have something to do with mythology. No promises. You can check out our merch store on Redbubble to find custom designs made by Charlie. Or if you cannot or do not want to support us financially, we'd really appreciate a rating, a review, or letting your friends and followers know how much you love the podcast. That really helps. You can find me, Ray, at HeyHeyRay, spelled R-A-Y-E, on Twitter. If you want to hear more from me, check out Barbie Movie Slap, a podcast where my co-host Ted and I discuss Barbie's cinematic universe. That podcast Twitter is at Barbie Slaps.
And you can follow me, Charlie, at GreenPixie12 on most platforms, but on Twitter I'm at GreenPixie123, which I'm totally not salty about. I also have an art Instagram at GreenPixieDraws. I sometimes do the YouTube thing on my channel, Charlie Mac. That's M-A-C-K. Our music was written by Isabel Strauss-Riggs and recorded and edited by Ian M. Riggs. You can find Izzy at Kane_I, that's I as in the body part, on Instagram and Twitter. She also currently makes video essays on the YouTube channel Kane I. Feel free to message her about making music for your project or editing your podcast. Of the Eldest Gods is proud to be a part of Deus Ex Media, which features great podcasts like My Cabbages, an Avatar podcast that follows the true hero of the Avatar The Last Airbender series, the Cabbage Cart Guy.
Coffee, tea, honor, cabbage. Long ago, the four elements lived in harmony. Then, shit went totally cray when the Avatar attacked. Only the Cabbage Man, merchant of fine cruciferous vegetables, could stand against his trolling. But when the world needed some dank veg, he vanished. 10 years have passed, and my partner and I have started a new podcast.
My Cabbages! An Avatar podcast.
A weekly show about Avatar The Last Airbender. Whether it's Sokka's new line of cologne...
Hey, look at you, sitting there on a seal. Well, now look back at me. I'm on an even bigger seal. Now look away.
D&D related antics.
You have to make an acrobatics check for that, and Aang just, unzips his pants and whips out his D20s. He's just like, I got this.
Or randomly breaking into song.
Go bending waterfall.
We'll stumble our way through the greatest show ever made, one episode at a time.
You can reach us at CabbageCast, which is our Twitter, or
subscribe wherever you catch pod.
Rotten cabbages? What kind of slum do you think this is?
Of the Eldest Gods is based on the series by Rick Riordan. Right now, we are discussing Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Remember to follow us on your favorite podcatcher and meet us back here every Thursday.
We in it to win it. Where's the intro? Okay.
Imagine not remembering your intro. Do I need to make the meme again?
Well, listen, this is me every time. I need to have it in front of me. It's a rule, okay? It is a rule.
Deus Ex Media.